Well, Bob, some pretty interesting weather that you've been monitoring over in the Weather Center. Some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, 3 storms, Gordon, really 4 storms. And then on top of that, we had some rough weather this afternoon, blow up through northwest Bradenton. Some folks saying it was a tornado. Indications are it may have been a water spout. Here's a look at what's going on. A roll cloud from a viewer photo center. Didn't get any photos of that water spout or any kind of damage over there in northwest Bradenton, but nonetheless, a lot of people talking about it on social media. Appreciate that shot. That's disjointed from the main rain storm, and that's called a roll cloud. If it's attached, it's a shelf cloud. Well, Gordon's still out there spinning around over Arkansas now. We've had our fair share of heavy rain this afternoon. That's all over. That continues to push off toward the west, and right now, no rain around. Things are dry, things are quiet, and should stay that way. Rogue shower, as I mentioned, not out of the question out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Here's a look at what was left of that, again, 84-mile-an-hour. This is gate-to-gate current shear. This actually originated from Manatee River, went across northwest Bradenton, near DeSoto, and then eventually out into Holmes Beach. A lot of reports saying it was very windy, very stormy there, and there has been, as I said, there it is. You can kind of see it whipping through the river there, and then eventually on through Holmes Beach and then out into the Gulf of Mexico. This is gate-to-gate shear, indicating you could have had winds up to 50, 60 miles an hour there, and that may have been some rotation there with a water spout. Rainfall estimates, nothing over the past 6 hours, but some areas near, again, right down near War Mineral Springs had over 1.5 inches, 2 inches to the east of Venice, but nothing going on now, as I said, and things stay quiet, but not quiet out in the Atlantic. It's supposed to be relatively quiet September, according to the shear models that were reporting heavy shear in the Caribbean. Usually means low activity in the Atlantic through the month of September. Not the case. Florence, although it is getting sheared now, just think about it. Yesterday, it was at 130-mile-an-hour wind storm. Now it's down to 70. And it's expected to gain strength, though. Once it moves away from that shear, it'll get back to hurricane status, it looks like, as early as Saturday. And then by Tuesday, 125-mile-an-hour winds. This is one to watch along the East Coast. I think we're not in any danger of getting this here, but it is going to cause some heavy surf along the East Coast, and there's a chance that it could even make landfall. This is the European forecast model, or the GFS, showing the system basically staying offshore. Now, the GFS is the one that's staying offshore, kind of spins around out there, and it's a long way off, so that's 6-7 days away. That could do anything at this point as far as making landfall or staying offshore. The European forecast model takes it into the Carolina coast and then up toward New Jersey in about 6 days from now. So bears watching. Okay, now we have another one out here in the Atlantic. Now that's soon to be, it looks like Isaac. This is soon to be Helene. This has a 90% chance developing. This one we'll have to watch out here. Right now it's still a long way off, obviously, but forecast models keep that on a more westerly course. There are a couple that take it into the Atlantic, but more so, all of them take it into the Caribbean in about 5 days from now. Once it gets in the Caribbean, have to keep a very close watch on it. Those are the ones that typically have a chance to get Florida. There's the European model showing the storm moving on into the Caribbean and then eventually continuing on that westerly course. A high pressure to the north of it, that's what will direct it. Hopefully it stays strong enough to keep it away from Florida as we move into next week, although the last few frames there showed it kind of weakening as it made its way to the west. So currently it's 76. No problem with the heat index. It's nice out there. North winds are at 5. The high today was pretty close to average. So was the low. It was right at it, 75. Temperatures into the mid-70s to upper 70s across the region. 78 in Northport, 78 in Inglewood, 79 in Cortez. Well, this upper level low will bring us a good chance for showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. And again on Saturday, although it will weaken and push away on Sunday, a little drier then, and some storms taking place in the central U.S. now. The remnants of Gordon still producing some heavy rainfall into Arkansas. Winds out of the east turning to the northwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet. There'll be a light chop out there in the bays and inland waters. So here's the forecast. Good chance for maybe some disruptive weather to start the football games tomorrow night. Showers and storms developing, and then a 60% chance on Saturday, less than Sunday and Monday as dry air moves in and winds switch around more to the southwest, and better chances on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.